You look at the stats, you'll see that Dak can, in fact, get the Cowboys to the Super Bowl.
Facts.
There are 53 players on the Cowboys roster, along with 12 coaches.
Talk to him.
The average Super Bowl ticket costs $8,837. So that means getting the Cowboys to the Super Bowl, along with transportation and lodging, costs approximately $671,905. Dak makes $40 million a year.
There it is.
So as you can see, getting the team to the Super Bowl won't be an issue for Dak.
I love it. Brandon, you put me onto that clip this morning, and I promised that I would start our podcast with it, and so here we are. So everyone who says, can Dak Prescott take the Cowboys to the Super Bowl? Your answer or your question has been answered. Yes. He's got 40 mil a year, and with that math, he could take all them boys plus the coaches plus their honeys to the game. Everybody's coming with Dak. Everyone's sitting in the nosebleeds because he's not trying to get all crazy and do the front row seats. Everyone's in the nosebleeds. Everyone's kicking it, and there's no drama. You know, there's no drama. Like Trayvon Diggs come out there calling him a bitch ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we could put that to rest. The Cowboys are a phenomenal football team, and Dak's didn't take them to the Super Bowl. Obviously, this is all bullshit here. This is all bullshit. But welcome to the TA Certified Podcast, folks. We're back at it. This is a little Week 6 recap and Week 7 picks. The recap won't be that long, and we'll go straight into the picks this time. We're going to go over the schedule. We're going to give out our picks and do what we do best. Last week, I took a bath. I took a fucking cold bath, man. Your boy went 1-4. He's down a couple units on the week. So I guess, as they say, you win some, you lose some. But in this betting shit, you want to win a whole lot more than you lose. So Brandon, how the fuck you doing, man? How's football going? What's the betting life? Talk to me, Brandon.
I'm doing okay, surviving over that another brutal Charger loss. Not just a loss, another brutal loss.
Another one.
But week went not great. I went 2-3 on my picks here.
Okay.
Couple of them I regret putting in like the under that or the over I had. Like after I put in the over for the over 44.5 for the Bears Vikings game, I found out there was gonna be weather involved, and I was like, and literally I had people saying, like, where I was watching a podcast saying it's gonna go under. I was like, oh well, that was a bad fucking.
There you go.
bad look. And Fields got hurt, so it didn't help. So.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, there was not points to be had there.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only bet I hit was my under on the Patriots Raiders game, which came to fruition. I got a little dicey there. But Mac Jones knows how to fuck up a game. Doesn't he not?
Jones.
I mean, I think I heard someone say he's got like an unlucky horseshoe up his ass. Right now, that motherfucker can't do anything right. Absolutely nothing.
McEnroe Jones. I think last weekend was the last time I had my money. I'll have my money on him for a minute.
You need to show me something now, Mac.
Give me Bailey Zappi, bro. I'm willing to back him. Give me something. They need some juice, bro. Max, he's not got the juice for the team right now.
There's no juice. Obviously, he's not. I mean, I don't know. I've never heard reports about him being a bad locker room guy, but is he a good locker room guy? Right? Like,
yeah.
Just because someone's bad or not bad doesn't mean that they're fucking good, right? And like when you're a quarterback, I'm blessed to have Jalen Hurts be the kind of the voice, the vocal piece for the Eagles every time they break down the huddle, post game, in game, all that. He's the man. He's talking that shit. He's really riding that team to get him going. And it doesn't seem like Mac has, and it could be that neither does Bill Belichick right now. I mean, his old like listen to me, shut the fuck up, won football games kind of mentality. Maybe is running its course a bit, but they've had some unlucky breaks on the defense with some their key guys going out with injury. But that offense, man, you take Matt Patricia out, you think things get better. That's not the fucking case quite yet. That is not the case quite yet. So
they really brought in Juju Smith-Schuster at the same price they could have got. What's his name? Jacoby Myers. And Juju looks non-existent. I don't know if Juju did he contribute to their offense at all?
I don't know. You tell me. Yeah, better guess than me.
So. I don't think he does.
It's not like they didn't pay him either. I mean, they didn't pay him extraordinary money, but they gave him some money. You know what I'm saying? Like they gave him money, and I mean, I guess First of all, he was with the best quarterback in the NFL last year in the Chiefs. Of course, he's going to look a little better. They had Eric Bieniemy, they had Andy Reid, a little more clever, divisive offense. And you go to kind of like run first, pass later offense, and you want Juju to be Pittsburgh Juju, and that's long gone.
Yeah,
Juju
long
knows more
gone.
TikTok dances than he knows how to catch a fucking touchdown ball at this point in his career. That man will give you a good ass TikTok dance, but you ask him to have strong hands these days, I don't know. And that guy used to take catches, run across the middle, and just get blasted and just get right back up. That boy was a baller when in Pittsburgh. You remember that?
He was actually good.
Yeah, he was actually good. Yeah. Okay, Brandon. Let's get into this thing. I want to start a new trend here on the TA Certified podcast where we look back and instead of pulling up random clips that may or may not fit with the flow, we're going to go the good, the bad, and the fucking ugly, man. We're going to go through all three. They might not be in-game specific, but just something to look from past week that's good, that's bad, and that's straight ugly. So I like to start with good things. Give me the good news first and tell me how I'm going to hate you later, right? So the good. Let me see what I got here. There we go. Here we go. What do we got? Bam. So NFL offense hasn't been, I guess, top notch, but some of the receivers that we've seen this year, I mean, dude, some of the best receiver play I've seen just from yards after catch, some of the just routes we're seeing right now. And right now I have a graphic pulled up of the top 5 receiving yards in NFL. And the caption here is Tyreek, bro. Tyreek is 186 yards away from already hitting 1,000, and it's week 7. That man has 814 catching yards and going into week 7. And then you got the list that goes down. It's AJ Brown with 672, Stephon Diggs 620, Puka Nacua, goddamn, still staying up there. Puka 598, DJ Moore. I mean, it's kind of skewed with 2 really good games and the rest kind of bad, but he's got 582. So the good thing about the NFL right now is some of the top receivers are balling out. They're showing out. 2 guys. I mean, you got AJ Brown, not even a full halfway through the year at 672, Tyreek 814, Stephon 620. We might have a handful of dudes eclipsing 1,300 yards catching this year, 1,400 yards. You might even see Tyreek hit that 2K that he's been talking about. Right.
It's
so
crazy.
Especially with what the Dolphins want to do with him specifically in that passing game. So with all that we can say about the NFL's current state, I mean, realistically, dude, for me, this has been kind of the most like just flat NFL year. Like there was a lot of hype coming in, but I'm not seeing the crazy games. I'm not seeing emotion. I'm seeing a little bit more emotion as the week's starting to come on. You can see that in the Cowboys and the Chargers going at each other before the game. The Browns and the Niners went at each other before the game. They're starting to get a little bit of the nasties in it. The first quarter of the NFL season's done, the first 4 games. Now you're on the second quarter of the NFL season. So shit might start to get a little more real, but I want to show a little bit of a good side for the NFL fans that, we can put on a game and with a good receiver, we can trust that motherfucker is probably going to show out a little bit,
100%, dude.
You have a favorite receiver, Brandon? That's not a Charger?
On this, honestly, just between this 5, it's got to be Tyreek. Obviously, he's the dog, balling out,
absolute dog.
Another wide receiver is not on this list. I love Devontae Adams, bro. I love that fucking.
Oh yeah,
he's so nasty.
He's he's like sneaky fast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like a little bit sneaky fast. Like looks like he might not burn you, but then all of a sudden just gone. Yeah. Right?
His route running is just on a different level.
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. And as an Eagle fan, man, I was, I've always kind of been skeptical with the AJ Brown, just because he really is I feel like the definition of a diva. Like he comes around, he's a good teammate and all that, but I mean, we've seen him multiple times pouting and bitching on the sideline during a win or during something, and the Eagles have to look at him like, "Are you serious, bro?" You know what I'm saying? So, but once he kind of had his meltdown earlier on in the year, he's been getting that ball fed to him, so he can say all he wants. It had nothing to do with receptions or looks and all that, but it's a direct correlation, my friend, from when you start talking all that shit on the sideline to just like being force fed the ball right now. So.
Bro, you know what's crazy? I wasn't even like realizing. I didn't realize DJ Moore's. I saw his name, but it didn't like register in my mind. Like he's number 5. Like damn, that's actually kind of crazy.
Right. And it is that one of them's that 200-yard game against Washington.
Yeah.
And I think the game before that, he had like 150 or 130 yards or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, something along those lines. And the rest of them, I mean, they've been just average, 60, 50 here and there. But no, I mean, with him being wide receiver 1 in Chicago, and when Justin Fields looks his way, it seems to work out the best than any other of those receivers out there in Chicago. So, and speaking of the Bears, they might be without that man this weekend, which doesn't bode well. But I did pick up the Raiders defense in fantasy, so I'm hoping for some interceptions, something. So yeah, and I want to say this before we go on to the bad. Can I just say this right now? And I know you might not like this, Brandon, but bruh, Max Crosby might be the fucking best defensive end in the NFL. That guy comes to play not every game. I'm talking every single down. I made it a point to watch him against the Packers because I had some money on the Packers and I want to see what, where, and why, how this go wrong. It's Max Crosby, man. That guy is a bull in a china shop. He's going after you. He's making sure you feel it. And I'm talking in the run game too. I saw him stuff a hole and just take the fucking running back head on, let the running back hit him right in the chest, and still took him down and swung him to the ground like it was nothing. So, and there's been some talk about, Max Crosby used to be alcoholic and drug addict and all this, and he's cleaned his life up. Those kind of dudes you don't want to fuck around with, man. They fuck their own brains up for fun, and now they're out there in the NFL trying to smash some people for millies.
Bro, you know what I like about Max? It's like, not to sound like psychotic or like psycho, but like I like that. I like that he looks like he likes the violent part of the NFL.
That is what
it's like the old school NFL mentality, like a guy who came off a 9 to 5. You know, I'm gonna go fucking smash your teeth in.
Yes, boy, just went through the coal mines, came out with his lunch pail, put on his fucking cleats if they had him back then, and was like, "Hit me, I dare you." You know what I'm saying? Like, hit me. This guy loves. I don't know if it's pain or if it's just the physicality of it all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I love the story behind his name. So his name is Max with 2 X's.
Right.
So his mom saw when he was born how big he was as a baby. So instead of giving him 1 X, she gave him 2 X. So it's Max with 2 X's.
That's actually kind of funny. I like that.
Sick.
Mom's like, trust me, motherfucker. I was never the same after you.
Yeah.
I was never the same.
God damn it, Tyler. It took me a second to get what you were saying. Like, oh.
He's like, I'm giving this motherfucker 2 X's. Trust. Big trust. Dude, I was reminded of that video of Mark Ingram. Remember when he's up on the stadium and he goes, "Be more. If you don't like what I'm saying, come see me. Come see me. We got Lamar Jackson, MVP, out here." I'm like, dude, I was laughing so hard at the video the other day. Yeah, big trust. Oh God. Okay, so we've gone to the good. Let's go to the bad. I'm gonna set this one up a little bit. Philadelphia Eagles fell to the New York Jets this week. First loss of the season. Jalen Hurts was picked off, and the Jets had some good, they had some good field position, but there was still a lot of time here. So I brought up the video, and right now you can see 1st and goal, 4th quarter, 1 minute 50 seconds left. Eagles have 2 timeouts. So ideally, Jets head coach, Jets players, all of the above, you want to burn and turn that clock as much as possible. Make them take both of those timeouts. And then even after, they only have 2, so they're not going to be able to stop that 3rd one. And all you really need is to run that shit down as much as you can, either kick the field goal or, go for that touchdown, right? Go for the touchdown. But the last thing you want to do is score right away. And mind you, outcome of the game is a little different, but check this out. I mean, you can see how Eagles players are letting this man go. And for some reason, he just like, all right, I'll take it. I want to score. I need to get paid. You know what I'm saying? So here, check this out.
We welcome those of you who are watching Arizona and the Rams on 1st down into the end zone. Breece Hall
no problem.
In for the touchdown, and the Jets take the lead. Those of you who are watching Arizona and the Rams on 1st down into the end zone. Breece Hall.
So by the time he scores, it's in 1 minute and 46 seconds. That's all of 4 seconds off the clock, giving the Eagles 2 timeouts in 1 minute 46 to go down and to score a touchdown. They didn't do that.
Field goal. Or no, I'm sorry, you're right. Touchdown.
Yeah, because it's a 6. So it ended up being 20-14 was the because they went for 2 and they got it. They went for 2 and got it, which is even ballsier. So the thing is here, the smart thing, the analytical thing, the gameplay thing is you want to burn the clock. Because if this is Tom Brady circa, I don't know, 2010, if this is Peyton Manning, this is Josh Allen, even if you're looking at Patrick Mahomes, and I'm hoping Jalen Hurts can get there, that you make them pay for this kind of shit. But this is terrible coaching. This is terrible gameplay analysis. This is, if you're the quarterback if you're Zach Wilson, you say, like, if you feel like it's too easy, go down. Someone's got to talk to somebody, because you can see the guy who's about to come in, I think it's Trayvon Edmonds, is about to stuff the hole and just lets up. He just lets up, because he knows that, it is what it is. Like, they want them to score so the offense can get back on the field. So this to me is ugly gameplay, and it's a little bit like, I don't know, foreshadowing here. Like, as a Jets organization, those are the clean. You need those little fucking moments. I'm gonna tell you this right now: if Aaron Rodgers was in that game, there's no goddamn way in hell that player scores. I think that was Breece Hall. There's no way in hell he scores with just doing 4 seconds. There's no way. That's a veteran quarterback in a situation where he's probably been a couple times and understands what's at stake, how many timeouts the other team has, how much time that we have, what do we need to do here, right? All we really need is a field goal to go up by 1. How much time can we waste and realistically give them the ball back, and what can they do with that, right? So, I don't know, dude. That one to me is bad. What do you think?
That one's it's a little tricky because they could be thinking, like Breece right there, he could be thinking like, they might try to stop me, limit us to a field goal. So, obviously they're going to run a lot of time. Like, they know the Jets will run a lot of time off the clock by going 4 downs and then kicking a field goal. But at the same time, if they hold into the field goal, all the Eagles would have to get down halfway down the field and kick a field goal.
That's
so, I mean, I see where you're coming from, but it's kind of like a tricky. He didn't necessarily know that they were, because it's not like the beginning of the play they all just like separated. It looked like a hole was broken out, and at the end the guy was trying to tackle him and he kind of just let off. But like, I feel like the first second and a half was looked like it was actually like they were gonna try to play defense, and then it kind of looked like broke off, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I have a slowed down version I wish I would have brought, but yeah, no, it's one of those things, right? Like, do you want to go up? Because the thing is, it's a 1-score game either way. But yeah, like, all you really need to do field position wise, if they did kick just a field goal, Eagles, you really need to get past 10 yards past the 50, right?
Yeah.
And you go let Jake Elliott go out and try and kick the shit out of that ball.
Yeah,
I think you got to go and you're going to try and score on the second down, on the third. Like, make them use a timeout is what I'm trying to say. Make them use something. Make them do something. You went in there first play and you just scored. 4 seconds. 4 seconds. That's all. Just scored right away. And which in a way, like, Jalen Hurts just came off a bad, I think either it was read or an interception, and he had to go right back out there without really kind of have any moments to see the tablet and see what he could have done, all those kind of things. So he had to just go right back at it with that nasty feeling and just continued on with that nasty shit. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what comes out of the Jet season. But that's one I think we only keep an eye on because those little things. Those are little things that the Jets coaching staff, and if they knew about it and they're saying, fuck you, Tyler, we knew, we wanted to score right away, well, then more praise to you. But listen here, motherfuckers. I've played enough Madden to know what the fuck's going on. Okay?
Yeah, it was definitely probably a thing where they're probably like, yeah, oh shit.
Exactly. 100%, Migueli. 100%.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck yeah. And they're like, oh, 1:46, 2 timeouts. Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown down. Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Right.
For sure.
But the Jets D was hot all day. They were making the Eagles offense look really, really, really mediocre. And the last here, Brandon, the ugly. We've seen this numerous times. But here is another clip of ignorant ass football fans getting in a scrum. This one so happens to be the worst fanship in the world, the Dallas Cowboys, mixed with a fanship that is sometimes there, sometimes not, the Chargers.
It's the fan base that has to hire fake actors
Yeah, oh my
to
God, did you
pretend
see
like
that?
they're fans.
Hey man, she went on Pat McAfee and said she loves her some Chargers, and everyone's like, "Well, bitch, you were just doing the same thing for the Vikings."
I was gonna say you saw the Viking picture.
Yeah, I saw the Viking picture.
Yeah.
I saw it. And who the fuck does all this? Like, it's very cartoony. Like, if I saw
Yeah.
that in like a Spider-Man video, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. That's some like really cheesy acting, but like, no, that makes sense. Like, Spider-Man just saved the girl. Like, he kissed. Like, fuck yeah.
I'm a Chargers fan. If I would have been in her section, I would have been annoyed probably most of the game from her.
Hey man, you would have tried to slide her your number. You'd have been like, "Hey, look, girl, you look like you really like the Chargers, and I like really like the Chargers too. So maybe I don't know. Where you at? What are you doing later?" Okay. Anyways, let's watch this clip of just and as this goes on, you're gonna see one guy come in kind of stumbling, either drunk or he's just been knocked down. He's trying to find the person who hit him, but then he starts slipping on drinks and shit, and I die because he looks like he's ice skating while trying to fight, and I love it. So let's watch these ignoramuses. Is that a word? I don't know. Oh shit, she got knocked
No,
out.
look at it. Chargers fans are winning.
Oh, 12-14. Oh, he's losing glasses. Oh,
Chargers fans
Jesus.
are fucking them up, bro. Let's go.
This is WWE. Here comes Slider Man. Here he comes. I'm going to tell you right now. Look at his hands. Look at his hands. And here he comes.
He's
Boom.
parrying,
Balls.
bro.
Here he goes.
Bro,
He's trying to find him. Who did this? Who? And he starts slipping and
He's
sliding.
slipping, bro.
He can't find his footing. Number 3.
Derwin.
I got you, bitch.
They're up in the third row. Oh shit, this is lit. Bro, we may have lost the game on the field, but off the field, we were winning, bro. Looks like it.
Oh, off the field, you all were scrapping. You guys
Yeah,
you
bro.
guys' hands were fucking ready. I mean, let's watch it.
I like
Here we go.
how there's like literally every Chargers jersey number. Like fucking, there's a Mike Williams, there's a Keenan Allen, there's a Herbert,
Yeah.
there's a Derwin James out there. We're all fucking, we're dedicated, bro.
Everyone was trying to rep their boys that game.
Yeah.
Anything else good happening? I didn't watch this fully. Let's see. Okay, some more females. We got
Yeah,
Herb
Herbert.
coming in. Oh, just more noise. Oh, Jesus Christ.
This cameraman sucks, bro.
Oh.
Bro,
Yes.
He
I'm
failed on
playing-
he failed on hitting the guy who wasn't looking at him.
He was trying to sucker punch somebody, and Karma said, "Not today, bitch. Not today." I'm gonna fucking replay that, just that part. Everybody,
Fucking
please
dumbass,
put
dude.
this video on and just watch this man try and sucker punch a dude and just completely eat shit. Okay, he comes out of nowhere.
That guy fell too.
But 10's like, "I got you." 10 hasn't seen the fucking inside of a gym since the
Yes.
80s, bro.
I
The
was gonna
last
say, you
time
haven't
he's
seen
been to the
physical
gym,
activity since the '86, bro.
he hasn't seen physical activity since he popped out of his mom's womb and someone had to fucking carry him and shit. And he was like, that man has dicky shorts and long socks going, "Hey, what's up, Bato?" He's been doing that for so long, he doesn't even know how to square the fuck up and get somebody.
I generally think he like might have tore something too. Like the way
No,
his
he's gonna
leg
wake
bent.
up tomorrow with needing MCL surgery.
Yeah, bro.
100%. He's gonna need some goddamn MCL
Oh
surgery.
my god.
Oh fuck. Okay. Well, that's the good, the bad, and the ugly. So now we're gonna move on to the good shit, folks. We're gonna talk NFL football. We're talking week 7. I'm gonna go through the games here. I'm gonna give you the lines, the over-unders, and then me and B Gilly are gonna give out the picks of the week. And trust me, this week I feel fucking good because you know what I've noticed, listeners, viewers, people around the world, when I start, because every morning or every afternoon, depends on how early I get up, I like to go for a run. And on these runs, I listen to podcasts. And I've listened to a lot of podcasts about life, about, how to be better, how to fucking go out, all these things. So now when it's football season, I use my time to listen to podcasts about NFL betting content. And when I start to fill my little head with all this betting content and I let it mix up in my brain and take over my own thoughts, what I see in the football field, what's between these two fucking ears, that's when I start to give you bad picks. Last week, those picks were Tyler, but they were brought to you by a lot of different podcasts. Okay. So this week, I made sure to put down my thoughts and feelings before I listened to shit. And then I got some, feedback from the quote unquote professionals. So we're going to get through this together, folks. We're going to win some motherfucking money and we're going to have a steak dinner all together. How about that? Cheers. God bless. Here we go. Week 7 in the NFL starts off with a Thursday night football game. You got the Jaguars coming off a good win against the Colts and a Saints team. Brandon, did the Saints lose to CJ Stroud last week? Did they? They sure did.
Somehow, even though
they sure did. They somehow found a way to lose to CJ Stroud last week. So those two, so you got two different teams feeling a little bit different about themselves. And the line here is Saints at home minus a 1.5. This opened up at Saints +1, and a lot of sharps were all over this bitch early, taking the Saints. Right now, I have no real feeling because there is some word that young Trevor Lawrence might not be able to play this week. New Orleans Saints, despite everything Derek Carr is doing to make sure they lose fucking football games, their defense is keeping them in shit. They're playing hard. They're grown men. So this one, I'm going to probably stay away from. These Thursday night games scare the shit out of me, but I might turn it on and throw on a live bet if I see those Saints doing what they do. The over-under is 39.5, and these over-unders in primetime games are insanely skewed towards the under. So, folks, in these primetime games, this is a pretty low number, I'll admit. And it's a dome because it's at the Saints. So, it's a little risky, but if you get no Lawrence, I think this is a non-Lawrence number here, that 39.5. So, it'll be an interesting game. Interesting game for sure, folks. And moving on, we got the Falcons going to the Buccaneers home. Tampa coming off a loss too. Atlanta also lost last week. Let's see here. What is the line at? We got Tampa as 2.5-point home favorites. Over under is lined at 37.5. A little bit of a comeback down to earth for Baker Mayfield and that Bucs offense, and more of the same bullshit from Desmond Ridder, to be quite frank. But so this is one where you kind of like to fade Ridder when he's not at home, right? Because I think the saying is he's undefeated at home, which makes absolutely no sense. But Brandon, do you have anything specific that you see on this game? Because I mean, this is probably one that no one's going to watch, but there's so little games in the morning slot that people might be forced to watch this.
This one is obviously Ridder. I don't feel comfortable backing him.
Yeah,
I'll probably come back to this game. Just because historically, I think like in the past few seasons, the Falcons have played the Buccaneers very well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's because it's a division game or what, but I feel like their games are always somewhat close.
Yeah, division games usually are close, and I stand corrected now that Desmond Ridder lost last week at home. He's finally got that one loss column right there in that home games. So this is a road game for him. I'm gonna if I were to put money on this, I'd fade him. I don't care that they lost last week and all that. They both lost last week, and I think that the Tampa Bay has a little bit better defense, and the Atlanta Falcons has a little bit worse quarterback. So usually mixes into some sort of victory for the home team here. Moving on, we got the Raiders, who might be without Jimmy G, and the Bears, who are definitely going to be without Fields. The Bears are at home. There's going to be some wind, rain. I believe it's Chicago during October, so you can never trust it. The Raiders are 3-point road favorites, and the line is 37.5. So far, that's 3 games with under 40 on all of them, which is insane. But that's kind of the trend this year so far in the NFL. There's been a lot of unders. But this is one, especially if backup quarterbacks are going, I want no part of. Only thing I want to look for is those Raiders defense scoring me some motherfucking fantasy points. Max Crosby, I gave you your flowers. Now take them and run with it. Get yourself some sacks. Get yourself some strip sacks. Go do your thing, Brody. Go do your thing. And the backup for the Bears, I do not even know he existed. So good luck to you, my friend. Hope you get a full week of practice, because if you get half a week of practice,
might be a Walking Dead man.
Yeah, and that's kind of my point too with the Jacks. I mean, if Trevor Lawrence doesn't go, it's a Thursday night game. What does that backup quarterback have in terms of preparedness? Like there's nothing there. So, okay, we don't have much on this Raiders and Bears game. So we're moving on. You got the Browns and the Colts. Another one where Deshaun Watson might not be playing. He's saying his rotator cuff is an issue. It's not the pain management that he. Yeah, I said, why don't you go get a fucking massage? Why don't you bitch ass? He says he can't really throw. And then, of course, Anthony Richardson, that boy had just started his NFL career with mass injury after mass injury. So you got the stash man out there and Gardner Minshew holding the reins there for the Colts. But you got the Browns team who are at a peak coming off a big win against the 49ers with a backup quarterback starting. You got the Indianapolis Colts who turned the ball over 4 times last week and somehow just gave that game away. I had you +4, bitches. You kind of made me feel like you were going to do something there, but you didn't. So this is one where you have the Browns on the road, and they're 2.5-point road favorites. The over-under is 39.5. So you have a home dog of 2.5, and they're a little bit pissed off. They have a better offense. You might have a backup quarterback for Cleveland. Give me the horseshoe, dog. Give me the fucking horseshoe Minshew. I want to see that stash riding all the way home, baby. Right now, I'm all over the fucking Colts. I don't even know if I even if this might come up later, but right now, folks, you could bet your damn ass your boy's gonna have a unit or two on those Colts. What do you got? Anything on this one? I see you shaking your head.
No, I'm not shaking my head. I'm just shaking my head because they fucked me last week. I had them
Oh, yeah,
+4,
same.
like straight up, and then I had them +14. And they fucking missed that too.
Jesus Christ.
On
Colts,
a
fuck
teaser.
you.
The only leg that missed. I was like, sick.
Yeah, so when that shit happens like that, when the NFL zigs, you NFL bettors have to zag. Okay, every time you think you would figure something out, you better switch it up a little bit. This is one where you oh man, the Colts, look at the Colts. I'm just telling you, be careful here. So again, Colts are 2.5-point home dogs, and 39.5 is the number.
They've been playing well at home too.
What's that?
They've been playing really well at home too.
Oh yeah, Lucas
Oil.
Oil.
They lost a couple games, but they've been playing teams close there.
Exactly. I think Shane Steichen's got them boys playing really well right now, to be quite honest. Okay, another division game. Commanders and Giants. Giants looked so much better against the Bills last week. Commanders got the dub against Atlanta. We talked about that a little bit. Tyrod Taylor is a professional, man. He's been a backup quarterback and a quarterback in this league for many, many years. So he's
almost every team.
Yeah, exactly. He's played for fucking almost every team. And the Chargers punctured his fucking lung to get Herbs out there. They want Herbs out there so bad they punctured his lung. Okay, I think Brandon might have slipped the
I may or may not have been the doctor for that. For that operation.
Brandon might be doing this podcast now because he's fucking fired for never giving a fucking epidermal shot ever again. It's a division game. These games are always close. Right now, the Giants are 3-point home dogs. And when you have the Commanders coming off, Commanders team that loses by how much they did to the Bears on Thursday night, and you come back, you feeling good about yourself against Atlanta when Desmond Ridder can't get out of his own way. Give me the Giants all day, literally all day. And you're giving me 3 points in division game at home for New York. Give me the Giants, doggy. Give me the Giants. I'm telling you. Okay, we'll keep it rolling. We got the Lions, Detroit, figuring it out. They're probably one of the better teams right now in the NFC. Going against the Ravens, who just came back from London, mate. They just came back from London. So the Ravens are 3-point, I believe. Yeah, 3-point home favorites. I feel like this is the peak Lions right now, man. Peak Lions. I would really line this at 3.5, 4. And at the 3, and sometimes I'm seeing books right now giving them a 2.5. They're begging you to take Detroit. So if you're going to see a 3.5 line with the Ravens, you better take that right away. I think this is where Lamar Jackson shows some muster, shows that he's still one of the best. We haven't talked about him all year as one of those best quarterbacks. So and I think Brandon might be dying.
Sorry, guys. Oh, fuck. Something's in my fucking throat.
I think he's dying. I think we've lost Brandon. I think he's going to go.
1 second.
Figure this out.
Finish it with it. I'll be right back. Finish it with that.
Yeah, I'm going to figure this out. So Lamar Jackson, he's got a little bit to prove. People are starting to question his contract. They're trying to question his playmaking ability, to be quite honest. Everyone's all over Jared Goff. This is another game where Goff goes on the road. Goff plays a lot worse on the road. He played much better last week on the road in Tampa. But Tampa was due for a bit of regression just from how well they played through 5 weeks before that. So I'm looking all at the Ravens right now to just show up and show out, kind of show that they're still a dominant team in the NFL. You got Lions at 5-1 and Detroit's at 4-2, both respectively first in each of their divisions. So give me the Ravens right now and give me a big game by Lamar Jackson. Give me that.
Yeah, what Tyler said.
Brandon's back. He's feeling good. He's not dying. I think someone did the Heimlich off screen.
Like a piece of hair in my mouth or something, or my throat. I don't know. It felt weird.
You're a dog. You got hair in your mouth. Of course you do. You're fucking out there just. All right, the Billy Goats of Bills versus the we talked about Mac Jones, man, and the Patriots. What do I say about this?
I feel
Seriously.
like let me take this one. The
Yeah,
only thing we
I
say about
just
this one is I believe the line is either 9 or 8
it's 9.
for
Yep.
the Bills. So I mean, it's
Bills.
like it's take the Bills or I'll pray for you and you can take the Patriots. That's I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
what I don't know what you could have seen to make you want to even at
There's
the
nothing.
plus
Yeah.
9 would you want to take the Patriots? So it's like I think it's Bills or nothing for on this game. It's got to be. I feel like.
Yeah, the Bills are road favorites of 9 points. The line's at 41.5, which seems like a high one compared to everything else we've seen so far. The Bills did get run down by the Giants, and how the Giants D, how they play it as it's not super similar to New England, but there's a little bit of that same brashness to it. And this is a division game, two teams that know each other well, and Belichick usually owns the Buffalo Bills. But I mean, I think we're in a different stratus here, folks. This is not your grandpa's, your father's Patriots team. Like this isn't what we thought it was. Last week I gave a lot of faith in those Patriots to go out and Bill Belichick specifically to beat his his old assistant in McDaniels, and he couldn't do it, even with a Raiders team who wanted to give the game away. They wanted to.
I should add in this game. To be fair, though, the value is technically on the Patriots. So, I mean, like if you're playing it by the book, the smart thing would be to take the Patriots plus 9. I don't have the guts to do it. I just don't.
Yeah, and this is one thing. If you find a dancing partner, you could give do a little 6-point teaser, get it up to plus 15. That's that's 2 touchdowns if you're still feeling a little frisky, and find another one of those teams to put them up 6 more points. But this is one where for me I'm either teasing that shit or I'm staying completely away. And if I tease it, man, I might even try and tease the Bills to -3, -2.5. If I can get it back down to 8.5, and I can get it down to 2.5, and all I need to win is by a field goal, which is risky nowadays. There's some 2-point victories out there for sure. Okay, Cardinals, Seahawks. This is the week of division games. Cards, been the darlings a little bit of like the NFL, showing that they can play ball and don't talk shit. And the Seahawks, a little bit of the same old deal. I feel like this is a very similar to the Seahawks of last year. Arizona goes to Seattle, where Seattle's a 7.5-point home favorite, lined up at 44.5. For me, I think that there's enough tape out on Arizona, at least off what they do on offense, to know that James Conner was a huge deal for them. So I have no faith that Arizona keeps this one close besides the first half. I guess Arizona's been one of the better first half teams. So if you like Arizona, that might be the angle. Cool. Steelers at the Rams. Steelers had a bye week last week, so we don't have anything to talk about from them. The last time we saw them was, I don't know, man. This team, this offensive coordinator, this whole vibe in Pittsburgh doesn't seem like it's too hot. And on the other spectrum, LA seems ecstatic with where they are. I mean, they're 3-3. They have a healthy Matt Stafford still. They have a healthy Aaron Donald, and they're getting back after this 2 weeks now of dominant play. Cooper Kupp is back in the fold completely. So this one is the Rams home favorites at 3. But this is also where Mike Tomlin gets those boys in Pittsburgh ready to play, especially with that defense. It might make a little bit of a day of hell for Matt Stafford. So this one I'm staying away from. I like the Rams right now with how they're playing, but this feels like a coaching game where Tomlin's going to get those boys ready. And moving on, Chargers, Chiefs. Okay. This is a division game through and through. Again, these two teams love playing each other, especially the Chargers love playing the Chiefs. Herbs steps up every time. The Chargers are 5.5-point road dogs. 48.5 is the line. Seems about right. For me, it's I'm looking at the Chargers. I'm waiting for those dancing shoes to come off the Kansas City Chiefs. And Mr. Pfizer there and Travis Kelce, I'm ready for him to be done too. Trust me. Big trust. Okay. Packers, Broncos. Fucking ugly game. Two teams that don't know how to win football games right now. Broncos feels like the easy team to go with. But because this is why you got them as a 1-point dog at home to a Green Bay Packers team that is too young to be, I think, being a road favorite to anybody at all. So I'm leaning towards Broncos right there. And last two games, we got the Sunday Night Football game. We're going to Philly for this one. Dolphins, Eagles. This will be a super good game. Probably the game of the week, to be quite honest. I mean, just from the magnitude of those two teams. You got the Eagles as a 2.5-point home favorite, and 51.5 is a line. This will be a lot of fireworks, a lot of offense. Eagles might be without Blankenship, their safety. And Miami, I think they got their full deck of cards besides Achane and some maybe some smaller guys. But I think Eagles are getting their boys back with Slay and Jalen Carter. I hear that they were held out last week just so they can get ready for this game a bit. So the link will be popping. This game in Philly will be a good one. I'm stoked for it. So this is one where I'll be sitting my ass ready to watch all day. I might have to forego the morning games so I don't make my fiance hate me too much, so I can watch that game in some fucking peace. Man, you know what I'm talking about.
Looking like those evening games are a little bit better than the morning
I'm gonna
games
build
this
a
week.
nest in my home. I'm gonna wear an Eagles onesie and I'm gonna get cozy. And we're gonna watch my Eagles fly, baby. Let's end this little precursor here with the Niners Vikings Monday Night Football game. Primetime Kirk, as we all know, doesn't seem to do too well. You have the Niners who were without McCaffrey and Debo near the ending of that game last week. Both those men got hurt. Right now, the Niners are 6.5-point road favorites. 43.5 is the number. Minnesota's got a dome, so 43.5 seems like feels like an over game to me, quite honestly. But we'll see on how the skill players are for the 49ers. And you know what? I'm thinking a little more. The Vikings seem to be kind of rallying together as they lose Justin Jefferson, and it's next man up. And I think for a lot of teams, when you lose your best player, it kind of galvanizes the guys to go, hey, we're not a bunch of fucking scrubs. Like, let's get this, and it's a spotlight for guys who are sitting behind Justin Jefferson to kind of show out either for the Vikings or a team they'll be with next year. So, B. Gilly, we've done it. We've gone through it, and it's time for us to give out our picks. And the first of this great segment that we do is Castles of Money in the Sky. Show. Okay. Thank you, Sir Grover Washington Jr. Okay, this is the part of the show where we give out two teams that we like. We don't love them, we don't hate them, but we like them. We feeling good about them. We're gonna put them in the betting slip, and we're gonna feel good about these games. So, B. Gilly, give me the two games that you're already starting to kind of like on this Wednesday, October 18th.
Sure. All right.
Here.
This is why I know I'm gonna go 5-0 this week, because these are the games that I have a pit in my stomach. I don't feel comfortable betting a lot of these games.
Yeah.
But those are the kind of games that
gotta do
when
it.
you know you're on the right side. When you got a pit in your stomach, that's how you know. So my first game, we're gonna go down to Los Angeles with the LA Rams versus the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Okay.
I just don't think this Steelers team is very good, to be honest. I don't think they're very good. Even with the Rams running backs being a little bit banged up, I think Steelers might come out a little bit flat from that bye, even though historically, usually Tomlin has them boys ready after byes. But I don't think Pickett is very good, and I think Stafford and Kupp are just about to start clicking. And Pittsburgh secondary it's just atrocious. It's not good. And I think between Puka and Kupp, I think they're going to be able to move the ball fairly easily.
Give me some Tutu Atwell as well, baby. Tutu.
Yeah, some Tutu as well, bro. Tutu got it too.
All right, what else we got?
And then I got this one's ugly, dude. I don't like this one.
That's why it's good.
I'm getting 3 points. You're telling me you're giving me 3 points against the backup for the Raiders, Hoyer. You're giving me 3 points, bro. He's not. It should be like, and he's going to be away. He's giving me 3 points with the home dog. So I mean, off of the number, purely have to take +3 with Chicago, even though it is a backup. I don't think Hoyer is worth 3 points, and I think I'm just going to take the value in the number, and I'm just going to close my eyes and hopefully it works out.
Hey man, the number never lies, and when you break it down that way, like Hoyer on the road, you're telling me at home that Hoyer would be a 6-point favorite against the Bears. I'd be smash buttoning that Bears team. Right? You got to believe
it, bro.
So I like it. Okay, my two teams. Division game, coming off a good look last week against a far better foe. Give me the New York Giants. I don't know if Danny Downs will be back, but it doesn't fucking matter. Saquon Barkley makes that team go a little bit better. The +3 against the Washington Commanders. Are you kidding me? At home, you're giving me 3 points at home. I'll take it. That's one of them. Giants +3 and Eagles -2.5. I like the Eagles -2.5. You're giving me under a field goal. The trenches where the games are usually won and lost, and the Eagles on both ends with Lane Johnson coming back are the far better team. So give me Philly. Give me Philly -2.5, son. Okay. All right. So I know usually we go to hammer time, but we're going underdog this time.
Oh,
Arr, arr. Where they at? Okay. This is where you find an underdog that shouldn't win, maybe won't win, but we think they will. Brandon, who's your underdog?
This one is one I was just debating about. I almost had the Giants on here, and then I almost had the Dolphins on here. Then it's like, and then I ended up liking Philly more. So
Okay.
I'm gonna go to Mr. Mitter.
Oh, Mr.
Disgusting. But I'm gonna, like I said earlier, the Falcons play the Bucks. They've been playing them well the past couple weeks, so I'm just hoping he can keep it close. It's +2.5. Hopefully we'll go up to 3. I haven't bet this yet. I'm hoping it'll go up to 3, and I'll probably bet it at 3 if it gets to 3.
Okay. Desmond Mitter. I like it.
Desmond
Don't
Mitter.
be so mid this week, bruh. Come on. Don't be mid.
Put Heineke in, God damn it.
Yeah, you might as well. That boy knows how to play. He'll throw it up to fucking Pittman he'll throw it up to
London.
Yeah, exactly. Drake London. Okay. Mine is the horseshoe. The Colts. Give me the Colts, especially even if Deshaun Watson comes back. His first game back after a couple of weeks, all it will take was one fat body man on his shoulder to cause that man to get back out again. The Colts at home, 2.5 point, sometimes 3. I'm seeing 2 dogs. I don't think you're gonna get the 3 again if it's already passed in your book. So if you see that 2.5, I'm telling you, you need to go. By the time Sunday comes around, this might be a 1.5 point line for the Colts, especially once Deshaun gets ruled out. If he gets ruled in, you might get lucky and a 3 might pop. But this one is all Colts all day. I think literally this will be a domination. I don't see how. I see, obviously the Browns will keep their defense doing their thing and all that good shit. But my man, I'm telling you, the Colts. I'm telling you. Okay, here is the fun pick, Brandon. Yes. You better stop because it's fucking hammer time, man. Hammer time. Okay, this is now one that we just don't like. Now we love. We're going to put a ring on it. As Beyonce said, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. We're going to put a fucking ring on it because we love this fucking bet right here.
I have a feeling we have the same one.
You know what? I'm so fucking fired up about this one.
I have a feeling we have the same one. I don't know why. I feel like we do.
I think you do. This one right here, I'm so fucking fired up about. I'm so ready to put this bet. I might have already done it. That's how
I have already done it as well.
The Los Angeles Chargers plus the 5.5.
Yep.
Because if I know one thing, and if I want to listen to anything Big Gilly's ever going to say, when Brandon says, when Herbo plays Patrick Mahomes and he plays the Chiefs and he's a dog, you better bet on that motherfucking man. And guess what? You're giving me almost 6 whole points. Are you kidding me? And they're on the road, which I like it even more that they're on the road. Quite honestly, I like it even more. Give me Herbo. Give me that arm. I'm telling you, plus the 5.5, plus the 4.5. This is a 3-point game, ladies and gentlemen. This is a 3-point game. Plain, cut, dry. Tell me your reasons, Brandon.
Yep. I mean, everything you said. I mean, when it's coming from me as a Chargers fan. Like I said, my hammer time pick of last week was Dallas -2. Yep. So now that I'm back on the Chargers, it's saying to me, I'm saying I'm confident in this. This is probably my most confident bet of the year.
I'm fucking feeling it.
I already bet them at 5. I'll probably sprinkle a little bit on the money line because they play them super well. The Chargers have been in 3-point games three points or less for essentially all their games this seasons, whether they win or lost them. All of them have been between 3 points. I think if Chargers would have won the last game, this game would be at 3. And because they lost, it's at 5.5. So if you can get that 5.5, go and get it. But
what a breakdown.
Don't be afraid to take that 5 either, bro. But
I'm telling you,
I love this game.
We're
coming off a spot where we need this win too, or if we lose this, we'll be 2-4 instead of 3-3.
Yep.
So I mean, that's a big difference. So I mean,
big difference.
Division game. It's gonna be close.
Exactly, bro. Chiefs 5-1, Chargers 2-3. They need us to get back to 500. Yeah. I'm telling you, Chargers are fucking winning this game outright. Bro.
Chiefs are due a loss. They're due a loss.
Yeah, they're due a loss. They're due for the Chiefs are losing this game. The Chargers I am putting money on the money line 100,000%. Okay.
This is I don't want to like be a detriment to anyone, but like this is like if you like one thing that teaser like, just do a whole bunch of teasers with the other leg, the Chargers. I'm telling you, bro.
Yep.
Plus 11. If you want to do the 10-point teaser, fucking plus fucking 15, like all those. I don't want to like jinx it, but I feel like all those are gonna fucking hit.
I'm with you.
Every single teaser with the Chargers is going to hit this week. I'm telling you.
And I'm telling you right now, me and Brandon usually get along. We usually agree with some things. Sometimes we go back. This is one where I've never felt more like in sync with Brandon. Like I feel like I'm there in the room with him right now. Like we are simpatico.
Yes.
We are simpatico. Okay, we're going to finish this up with 2 more things. We're going to give you an over-under, and then we're going to give you the 6-teamer steamer. So, Brandon, what game have you found that you want to go over or under on?
I'm just gonna be a basic bitch and do the over for the Eagles and the Dolphins.
Hey man,
2 high-powered offense where I think both of their defense are susceptible to being scored on. So I mean, I think only way this doesn't hit is if Eagles do what they did to the Vikings and just hold possession of the ball. Other than that, I think it goes over. I feel like
you are killing it on this podcast. Hey, what a fucking breakdown! If the Eagles revert and they say, "Hey, the only way we're gonna win is keeping 2 off the field and just running the ball," then that will be the only way it goes under. But I like a lot of throwing this game. I like a lot of throwing. So for me, I'm going Detroit, Baltimore under 42.5. It's in Baltimore. It's outside. Goff plays a little bit worse outside. I did say that Lamar's going to have a good game, but that doesn't mean that he's going to go out there and score 42.5 himself. Okay. It's going to go under. There's some weather I'm already hearing out there and be more. So under 42.5. This is one where I think you could still get it at 42.5, even 42. But people are coming in on that under hard. So, folks, we're gonna end it here on this 6-team steamer dreamer, and this is how we started. Folks. Okay. Question is, have we hit a 6-team steam this year? Not at all. No, we have not. But this is a new week, so I'm gonna give my first 3 teams. Brandon's gonna give his 3 teams, and we're gonna go from there. So my 3 teams are the Ravens, the Eagles, and the Seahawks. Brandon's 3 teams are
the Rams, the Chargers. Fuck.
Rams, Chargers,
Bills.
Okay, hey man, I was gonna put Bills in, but the Seahawks I liked a little bit better. So you got
said the Ravens,
Eagles, Chargers.
Yo, I love this.
Yeah, so Ravens, Eagles, Seahawks, Chargers, Bills, and what was the last one? Rams. I love it. The only one I'm a little bit nervous about is the Rams. But what is the plus?
Plus 2,100, my boy. $10 for 200.
$10 for 210.
Might put that in.
$100 for 2K. Shit, man. God, we haven't won one yet, man. But me and Brandon felt pretty good about this. There's a lot of energy right now, is what I'm saying. There's a lot of energy on this podcast that is going to take you far. So we've done our thing here. We've given our picks here. I'm feeling good about this week. I'm already with the stress off my shoulders of last week because boy, I was down bad, and I was thinking like, do I need to take a break from betting? That's what one bad week will do to you, ladies and gentlemen. One bad week will have you rethinking it all. So I'm not rethinking shit. I'm already putting fucking Timmy's college tuition on the Chargers. Herbo, if you fuck me, you owe me a lot of money, Herbs, and you have it. I know you're good for it. I seen that contract you got. I know you're good for it, man. So before we get out of here, Brandon, what's good? What do you got to say to those peeps?
I just think, stay smart, stay to your principles, bet responsibly, and don't. I think where I've gone wrong this past couple weeks, why I haven't ended higher in the green or in the green as all, is because I'm betting stupid props.
Yep.
And I'm like, I don't know. I think I gotta stop parlaying props. I gotta start doing straight props.
Okay.
I'm
Okay,
an
there's a little
idiot.
bit of words of wisdom. If you're gonna do
Yeah.
props, straight props,
Straight
no gay
props,
props. Okay, none of that gay prop shit. You need to do
Oh.
straight props only. Okay,
Like gay props, bro.
no gay props, dog. I got nothing else besides like drink some water if you're drinking a bunch of beer and alcohol during the weekend. You know, get some water in you, and just enjoy the football and really do it right. And that's all I really got. And we're you know what? This is a great week. I'm feeling good. We're gonna ride out on this song, folks. We'll see you next week. Till next time. This has been TA Certified. Water. Okay, folks. We appreciate you. Till next week. Peace.